It began not with a fleet of warships, nor a thunder of conquest, but with a quiet summons. The aliens came, sleek, elegant beings whose technology outshone humanity by centuries. They expected formality, treaties written in light, and endless discussions of power. Instead, the humans offered them chairs and tea. Steam curled from fragile cups as if the very earth itself had been captured in liquid form. The aliens hesitated, their translators baffled, their protocols disrupted. But then, curiosity overcame suspicion. One of them reached forward, cupped the porcelain with trembling claws, and sipped. In that moment, they tasted not just leaves steeped in water, but centuries of ritual, comfort, and quiet resilience. What the stars had never prepared them for was the simplicity of humanity's welcome. And so began the strangest, most important negotiation in galactic history, not over weapons or territory, but over tea. The aliens were confused. Why did humans place such value on this beverage? They watched carefully, the way laughter softened the tension, how silence was filled with shared glances, how the ritual itself seemed more important than the drink itself. The delegation's leader, whose mind spanned entire worlds, whispered through their translator, "Is this how you make peace?" The humans smiled. They explained that tea was not about flavor alone. It was about slowing down, pausing long enough to see one another as more than rivals. They spoke of history, soldiers sharing tea after war, families reconciling across bitter divides, explorers brewing it even on the coldest nights. The aliens had never considered that strength might lie in gentleness, that victory could come through patience, not dominance. And for the first time in their endless travels, they felt something stir, something unfamiliar, yet powerful. But not all were pleased. Among the alien delegation were those who saw this ritual as dangerous. They believed humans were weaving something deeper into their culture, a way of binding trust without contracts, loyalty without law. And they were right. As cups were refilled and steam rose into the starlit chamber, the humans asked questions of their own. Why did the aliens roam the galaxy without rest? What did they seek that no world seemed to offer? The aliens confessed, despite all their power, they had never known home, never known what it meant to gather around warmth, to share silence without fear. The realization shook them. Could humans, fragile and primitive though they seemed, hold the very thing their empire had always been missing? The talks ended not with a treaty, but with a promise. The aliens asked, not demanded, to return again. Not to conquer, not to teach, but to learn. And when they departed, they carried with them crates of tea leaves, instructions scribbled in human hands, and something far more valuable: hope. For in the ritual of tea, they had found a reflection of what bound humanity together: resilience, patience, and the quiet courage to make strangers into friends. Galactic history would one day record that the first alliance between Earth and the stars was sealed not with signatures, but with steam rising from shared cups. And across the void, wherever alien envoys went, the fragrance of tea followed, a small, fragile warmth carrying the story of a species that had taught the galaxy how to pause, breathe, and truly see one another.